Welcome, everyone, to today's episode of Dare to Age Well Now. My name is Angela Belford, and I'm excited today to have our guest, Dr. Elizabeth Langer. Dr. Langer, will you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm an acupuncturist and a chiropractor and a mama to a 14-year-old girl.
Oh, aren't 14-year-olds the best?
So it's like
Sometimes.
all that time that you put into them when they were growing up. Now it's like you can enjoy them as a person.
I love that. That's fantastic. What my youngest daughter, I'm going to tell this story because she also helps me edit the podcast, but my youngest daughter used to get really annoyed with me because she would be like, "Stop it. I'm not Sammy." And I was like, I know, but I've only been the mom to a 14-year-old daughter once, one other time, and I'm just trying the things that worked. If it doesn't work, I'll try something new, but I'm not trying to treat you like your sister. This is how it worked before. And so, anyway, she used to get so annoyed, and now I'm just like, no, 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 it's just practice, kiddo. I've never been the mom to the second daughter and the youngest child. So, anyway,
See?
yes, it's very different. So, we are talking about how to age well, and I am intrigued by acupuncture because I have to be super honest. I was really nervous for so long. Like it seemed so trippy to like put needles into your
Yeah,
mouth. So we're going to start basic. Like let's start with what is acupuncture, and then we'll get into like when you would use it.
sure. So acupuncture in the strictest form is when you insert usually stainless steel needles into certain points on your body. Um, there's different there's different types of acupuncture, different styles. There's Japanese style, Korean style, Thai. I practice traditional Chinese medicine. I'm probably forgetting some.
That's okay.
And in traditional Chinese medicine, it works with a concept called qi, which is pretty much the life force. If have you ever done martial arts?
I did a little bit of it's the flow one. Tai
Tai
Chi.
Chi.
Yes, Tai Chi. Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Acupuncture is very similar to that. It's very similar, only you're kind of working with a trained practitioner and they're using needles instead of, you doing it yourself. And it's really cool because it it seems I think it is magic, but it's not. But it seems like it because it doesn't work in the modern medical sense. I'd say that we'll say allopathic medical sense, where it's like you have different illnesses, like you have the flu, you have premenstrual syndrome. Everything's sort of like segmented, which is great. If that works, that's good. It works on like I said, it works on the chi, and if there is an imbalance in the chi, it just corrects it,
Okay.
and that's how you get better.
So let's break it down even more.
Sure.
Everything is energy,
Yep.
right? Like that
Yep.
that's Einstein. That's not
Yeah.
that's not China. For
Nope.
those of us that are a little bit nervous because we're like, oh, gee, what the heck? This sounds spiritual. Um, but everything is energy. So I have had people that I've met them at a networking event, and they're like, Angela, I just love your energy.
Yeah.
And we don't think anything of saying that, right? Like that doesn't seem super weird for somebody to be like, "Oh, you just have a good vibe, you have a good energy."
Right,
Would
right.
you say that chi is sort of that more close to you energy force that makes up who you are? And so when your chi has this energetic field has some imbalances, that's when acupuncture is when we would look at that. Am I understanding it right or no? And I
Well,
could be
yes.
totally
Oh,
wrong.
that's okay. But no, acupuncture is you definitely we definitely use it if we're sick or if we hurt ourselves. Um, but what chi is it's what makes our bodies run. It's what makes your car run. It's how we digest our food. It's how our computers run. It's everything, it's everywhere. but acupuncture for it's used to treat humans, or actually, you can use it to treat animals. I've never really done it on a plant, and I don't know if it would quite work on my car, but um,
Okay, we found the limits of acupuncture. So the acupuncture, then what kinds of, because if you're saying it is when we're kind of sick and such, so
you can actually get acupuncture when you're completely healthy.
okay,
I remember a story one of my teachers told me that in ancient China, I don't know if this is true, so but this is what she told me
yeah.
was that you would pay a doctor to keep you healthy, and if you got sick, you got your money back.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know
Okay.
it's a different paradigm than we're used to. So most people come if they don't feel good, if they have like sinuses, back pain, neck pain, they want to have a baby.
Oh,
Even
interesting.
kids, even kids, although most kids don't like needles.
Yeah.
They don't like the
Yeah.
idea of it.
So we'll keep the focus narrowed for this moment. We're talking about, because here's when I my nervousness about
Sure.
acupuncture converted was that my husband and I were both struggling with allergies. And
Mhm.
we went to the chiropractor to get our adjustments, like we do, because if
Yeah.
we're sick, we go to the chiropractor first and make sure we're all in alignment. And our chiropractor did some muscle testing. He said, I think you need, to my husband, he said, I think you need some acupuncture, actually.
Yeah.
And so we were taking like two Claritin every single day, and it still wasn't helping.
Yeah.
And so he got, and my husband is terrified of needles, like terrified. And he's just like, I'm going to close my eyes and you're going to do the thing and whatever, because I'm so miserable with the
Yeah.
allergies that I'm willing
Yeah.
to overcome my fear of needles. And so he gets the acupuncture, and within 2 days, I'm still taking Claritin, and I got my chiropractic adjustment, and he did not take. He didn't have to take any more Claritin that
Oh,
season.
that's wonderful.
It's crazy to me, and so I know I'm not supposed to say crazy, but it was revolutionary, and so I went back to the chiropractor. I said, "Hey, fix me," and he says, well, let's do some muscle testing and see if you need that. And in fact, I didn't need I did need acupuncture. He did do it just in case, but he said you
Sure.
actually have you have candida, a gut health
Yeah.
issue, and we got to
Hmm.
solve that before it was. So
Absolutely.
we treated the gut health issue for me, and I got rid of the candida, and then I didn't need the Claritin. So I
That's
thought that was
wonderful.
super interesting, because I think a lot of times we think of allergies specifically
Hmm.
and go, oh, I have allergies. And it's just this big, bulky thing. And
Hmm.
everybody can have different experiences. So, one of the other things I've heard a lot about acupuncture is for headaches.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So, is that that feels so counter? My head is hurting. I am struggling with migraines, and you're going to put needles in my face or my
Well,
neck
there's a
or whatever. Tell me about that.
well, so there's a couple of different causes for headaches. Sometimes like you have too much chi in your head, so you need to kind of disperse it. Other times your body isn't making enough chi and it's like you're just so tired. So you need to actually energize your body.
Okay.
And then that will solve it. When your body is depleted, it can take a little bit longer. Everyone's different with their treatment plans, but if you are having like a headache and you're not good in one or two treatments, I want to know what's going on. Is there a deeper reason? Like, do you need to have a chiropractic adjustment? Do you need is there something else going on that we need to take a look at? Yes, you can still get your acupuncture. It's most likely not going to hurt you and it probably will help. But I want to make sure that you get better because we're complex. Like you said, you had candida, so you could have gotten as much acupuncture as you wanted, and maybe the acupuncturist would have treated the candida too. But until you would have gotten that candida taken away, you're still going to have those allergies.
Fascinating. So now I'm thinking about this. Um, So when I think about the reason why we go to a chiropractor is because I think everything starts with good spinal health and
Hmm.
spinal alignment.
Absolutely.
It sounds like that from an acupuncture standpoint that for good strong health we need good alignment of our chi.
Yes.
Similar?
But
Yeah, tell me
what?
how they're different or similar.
No, no. What do you think's controlling your nervous system?
I have no idea.
Chi.
Okay.
Hmm. Chi actually is what is that, and in some, and not all chiropractors practice this, but they talk about the innate energy that keeps your body healthy. Not everyone, every chiropractor is different. It's an art and a
Yeah.
science. There's two schools
Yeah.
of health, and they butt heads. But it's the chi is kind of like that innate intelligence in your body. So well, I always looked at it because I was crazy and did both at the same time. So was that it was you still need your nervous system for
Yeah.
good health. Um, and even like in the manifesting community, now they're talking about your nerve health, and I was like, yes, yes, this is so true. But the chi is in control of your nervous system. It's in control of your endocrine system. So when your chi is balanced, everything can flow. There's actually these points, these channels in your body, the do channel. It goes up your spine. So it's one on here and then one on the outside of your foot. And when you match it, the energy flows up your spinal column. It's a really cool way to treat disc problems.
Okay, can I be super honest? Because I've, I guess, been
Sure.
lying this whole time. I'm still lost on chi. Like, I can't wrap my brain around it. I don't understand it. I'm still lost. Like, I don't know if I'm looking for a different metaphor or if it's just a completely new thing. Like, you know, I've heard of the nervous system, I've heard of your spinal cord, but like, I don't why I mean we don't talk about it. I know on in Western society I get that, and like I've heard of like the meridians or the five,
Yeah.
or the seven touch points and things like that. Why? And I'm not saying I haven't heard of chi, but I'm just like I'm struggling to understand.
That's okay. And you know what? It's you're okay. You're right where you need to be because
Hmm.
we went into school thinking we all knew what she was, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
our teacher said it's actually harder to understand because and it's harder to explain because we don't talk about it in the West as much. You know what I mean? Sometimes you'll
Yeah.
have like the communes that do, and you get it,
Yeah.
you understand it more about what it does. Um, but the best way I could describe it is the light force that makes everything work. It's just energy.
Okay.
It is it's just that substance that we can't see, that we can't touch. It's not God. And I guess you could worship it if you wanted to, but it is just that universal energy that makes everything work.
Okay.
Um,
So did I have it
just,
right at the beginning when I
you
said like
did, you
everything is
did.
energy? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I wandered off track and thought you were saying no, no, no. No,
No, that's
this is
okay.
energy back. So or the no, no, you're not right. This is just, so maybe I may have just got like wandered off for a second.
No,
Okay.
that's okay because you know what? Everybody has these questions. Did you ever see The Karate Kid?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I my favorite one was the second one. Remember when he broke the ice?
Mm. Golly, I haven't watched the second one as much as I have the first one. Anyway.
Well, the first one when he did that kick to
Yep.
Johnny.
Yep.
Right, Daniel was a wimp. There was no way he could have done that kick and like beaten Johnny. Even in Cobra Kai, Johnny's more badass than Daniel. But what he did was he focused in Japan, it's key, but he focused his energy
Okay.
and he was able to focus that. And he took that inner force that he has and he focused it and it went through his foot and it went right into Johnny's face. And that's how he won.
Okay. So, what an acupuncturist does is helps us find when our energy, when our chi is out of alignment.
Yes.
and they help us get it back in alignment.
Yes.
And when it's in alignment, we have more energy, we have less pain, we're
Mm-hmm.
struggling less with headaches, with allergies, all of these things because our energy is balanced and our chi is balanced. Is that a way to say
Yes,
it?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fantastic. Dr. Elizabeth, what final tips or what would you like to leave our audience with?
Well, I think that, acupuncture is a really great tool to have in your belt, especially as you get older. Um, it works really well with other therapies. It doesn't really interfere. It's very gentle. Try it out because I think that when you feel better, when your energy is at its prime, you just tend to flow into aging just much more gracefully.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for your time. Thank you for enduring my confusion and my
Oh,
metaphors.
oh
It was
no. You know what?
wonderful. Go.
You know what? If you're confused, I'm sure there's a lot of other people that are
Well,
confused.
that's what I like to believe. And what's fun is that there's been a couple of times that I will learn something here. And my editor actually texted me yesterday. My youngest daughter's editing the podcast, and she goes, I'm learning so much
I love it.
about how to. She goes, I know that I'm 25, but what if I start using these techniques early and then I've set myself up better? I know that this is designed for people 40 to 50, but I'm learning so much anyway. So that just warmed my heart so much. So anyway, and
I
there's been
love
several
that.
people that I'll say, "Hey, I didn't know this thing," and they were like, "I didn't know it either," and I'm like, "Oh, good, okay, I'm not the only one that didn't know this." So,
Oh, no,
anyway,
it's never too late it's never too early to start practicing anti-aging.
absolutely, that's such a good word. Thank you so much, and I hope that you all take today and dare to age well now.
Okay, thank you.